Pakistan claims they shot down 5 aircrafts, 5-0. Their Prime Minister declared it in Pakistan. He goes to Turkey after the war is over, he says 6-0. He goes to United Nations, after a few days, he makes it 7-0. And I don't know he has traveled after that or not, or what he said. So why this 5-0, 6-0, 7-0? You said this is a propaganda by Pakistan Army. No, sir. It's not a propaganda by Pakistan, it's a propaganda by weapons lobby. There was first time in the history 2 nuclear powers came to war with each other. If you don't count Kargil, which was a localized skirmish. First time in the history of the world, 2 nuclear powers came to war. There were Chinese weapons on Pakistani side, radars, aircrafts and guns, and there were American F-16s and all, and there were Turkish drones and all. On the Indian side, there were Indian weapon systems, there are joint venture weapon systems like BrahMos, there are Soviet Russian weapon systems like S-400, and the French weapon systems like Rafales. Now, when these 2 blocks were fighting each other in real time, in real war, the whole world is observing who is going to be the winner. Any side which wins will get all the orders of the world order of the weapon systems of future. So the Chinese and Americans didn't want the India to be declared outright winner, so that their weapon orders don't dry out. So they came out with this bogie narrative of 5-0, 6-0, 7-0. And now calling who won, who lost. Who won, who lost. In olden days, there used to be territory captured, there used to be prisoners of war taken, like we took 93,000 prisoners in 71 in East Pakistan, now Bangladesh. We liberated whole of East Pakistan. The territory is in our hands, the prisoners are with us, so the winner is very clear. Now today, when no one crossed the border, how do you decide who won? No territory captured, no prisoners of war. Now I'll tell you who won. On 6th or 7th of May, when we hit 9 terror targets with precision, and Pakistan knew we are going to do something, their Prime Minister himself has said, कि हमें मालूम था अगले 4 दिन में कुछ होने वाला है. Now if they had a 4 days warning and still they could not intercept even a single missile of ours, that is victory. In Bahawalpur, you've seen the Masjid Subhanallah, you've seen the dome ruptured, you've seen the floor ruptured and the basement, the missile went into the basement and killed the Masood Azhar's relatives. We had the intelligence that they're sitting in the basement, which has got 2 layers on top. So we selected a weapon system which would breach the roof, which would breach the floor and go into the basement and explode. With the accuracy of 10 meters by 10 meters at that range, that is victory. When on 10th of May, they tried their level best to hit us for 4 days, they couldn't. And on 10th of May, when we hit the 11 air bases, with the aircraft standing on ground with inside the hangars, and they again could not intercept even a single missile of ours, that is victory. When they were flying at 314 kilometers inside the international boundary, and we could hit that aircraft at 314 kilometers inside the longest range in the history of air-to-air or ground-to-air engagement. Now that is victory. When we hit that aircraft at more than 300 kilometers, all their air bases are within 300 kilometers from the international boundary. Their pilots refused to fly. And then they went begging for a ceasefire to America and Saudi Arabia. We didn't accept it. We said it's a bilateral thing. We don't deal with the multilateral thing. Then at 3:35 p.m. on 10th of May, their Director General Military Operation, I've given all these details in the book, Operation Sindoor. 3:35 p.m. on 10th May, their Director General Military Operation picks up the phone, calls up Indian Director General Military Operations, and begs for ceasefire. Now that is victory. When we, being in a position of strength, we could have hit them more militarily, economically, but being a responsible nuclear state, being a responsible democracy, being a responsible country, we accepted their plea of ceasefire. Now that is victory. Thank you.